Alrighty. So, my name is Rachel Winter, and this is my submission for discussion number 3, balance. I'm going to be going through each of these images and then saying what I think each one of them is, symmetrical or asymmetrical. So, first one is this one of the chess pieces. This one I would say is asymmetrical because of the emphasis that's being placed on this queen piece. It's pretty much a focal point of this one, and it's emphasized above the little pawns over here because of the proximity to the foreground and also being separated from them. So the next one is symmetrical because this scale is perfectly balanced. It's also a consistent color, so one side doesn't stand out more than the other one, and it appears as though it's sort of like a mirrored image, like both sides are sort of mirrored images of each other, and it's really cool. So yeah, this one, symmetrical. This one is also symmetrical. It's sort of like a room. This one actually looks like it was just mirrored down the middle, so both halves are exactly the same thing, and the color split is pretty even, and so's the lighting. This one, my first thought is asymmetrical, but if you look at it a certain way, like if you look at it sideways, you could see how it could be symmetrical. So if it were oriented in portrait mode, it would look like it was sort of split up and down the middle because of this pool reflecting it, but it's not. So the focal point is this sort of half moon, half bridge situation. This rail sort of serves as a leading line. There's a lot of like space that leads this line to this crescent, and then it just drops off right here where the image ends. So this green stuff is what I count as white space. So if we're counting the green as white space, then this would be the focal point of the image, and that's in the right third of the image, so that would make it a asymmetrically balanced image. This one is also asymmetrical. It's sort of bottom heavy because of this very loud, colorful dude down here in the bottom. He is red against a blue background with a white outline, so he stands out quite a bit. And then we got this little plane in the dark text. So yeah, this one is asymmetrical. The next one, slightly asymmetrical. I mean, everything else is centered, and one face isn't emphasized over the other one, and they're both on their respective halves of the page. So, yeah, still asymmetrical though, because they're not like exactly the same. Well, maybe so. I'm sort of on the fence of this one. I'm gonna go with asymmetrical just because her head is slightly more rounded than his, and so it sort of draws attention to his being more angular and maybe slightly darker, ever so slightly. This one, symmetrical. We have an even split between the colors and a really nice symmetrical mirrored sort of graphic in the middle there, and then all the words are centered and they're equal distances from the margins on both sides, and then of course we got these nice little dashes all the way around, so this one's very, very symmetrical and it's very nice. This one is asymmetrical because all the sort of interesting visual weight is just chunked on this side of the page with the flowers and the contrast and the colors, and then over here is just a whole bunch of white space. So yeah, this one is asymmetrical. This one is, well, let's see. This one is not like a mirror image like the last symmetrical one, but it is still pretty symmetrical, and this background is pretty regular and looks like it's sort of an even split down the middle of, it like goes around in a circle and it's all radiating out from like a center point. So this one I'm going to say is symmetrical. Yeah, and all the coloring is sort of the same throughout, so there's not like one specific place on the butterfly or in the background that really draws my eye. This one, totally different story, very asymmetrical. The focal point is like this area right here where the most elements are. We got this dark, contrasty, emphasized spiral tower right next to this bright thing, and then the swirl, which is sort of leading your eye back to the tower. So yeah, this one asymmetrical. All right, that is all. That is my analysis. Thank you guys for watching.